Hi everyone, it's your girl Regina, Side Hustle Queen, crafting and vacationing. If you're joining me through my YouTube channel, Regina's Crazy Life, thank you guys for watching another one of my crafting videos. If you're joining me through my Facebook group, thank you guys for being a member of my new crafting Facebook group, Side Hustle Queen, crafting and vacationing. If you're new to crafting and you're watching this through YouTube, join my Facebook group. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description. I do a lot of tips throughout the week on crafting. I'm available for all crafting questions. Members of my group actually got to see me Amazon versus Regina on the full cup turner this week. I made a full cup turner for less than $40 when Amazon was selling it for $149. So tips like that is only available to members in my group. So you want to make sure you join. It's a brand new group. When we about 10 people away from hitting our first 50. Once I hit 50, I will be giving away a glass like this, but it's going to say Side Hustle Queen, crafting and vacationing. So make sure you join my group so you can be a part of the giveaway. Every week I shoot a crafting video for my YouTube and Facebook group. Next week we're going to learn how to make our very own single cup turner, because once I made my full cup turner, I realized I still needed a single cup turner for the purpose of my video. So we're going to definitely sit down. We're going to make a single cup turner next week, which is going to be super easy. It's basically L shapes, wood, and a tumbler, cup tumbler motor. That's it. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So let's get right into today's video. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made this glitter custom pen. This is a really fun and easy crafting project that you can do. These pens are nice. Let me turn it around and actually say my name. These pens are nice as gifts. You can put them in gift bags. You can sell them. Maybe someone's getting married and they want to put a Mr. and Mrs. name on it and a date. You can do those as party favors. These are some really easy and neat activity to do. So some of the things that you're going to need for this project is you're going to need a pen. Now these, I use the Papermate, the gel ink pens, because of the simple fact that you can refill them. So once you use all the ink on this pen, you don't have to throw it away. You can just buy the refills and refill, take this out and put it back in, and you can continue to use this custom pen. That's why I say they're good for party favors. So I do use the Papermate Ink Joy Gel pens, okay? You're going to need some wire cutters, because I'm going to show you what you're going to need the wire cutters for. You're going to need a pencil or a dowel. Of course, you need your glitter. You need a little bit of Vaseline. This is a sandpaper. You're going to need some clear coat epoxy. And that's about it. Oh, and always some gloves. I always keep me a mold handy whenever I'm using epoxy, because if it's anything left over out of the epoxy, I can just pour it into my mold and start making me a keychain, or sometime I might have the coasters or something like that. I'm actually right now making my sister dog a dog collar. So I always keep, and this was made right out of some leftover epoxy. So I always keep a mold near me. So that's just a tip. If you're using epoxy, invest in use some type of mold, because you can actually make some extra stuff instead of throwing that epoxy away. You can make like keychains and things like that. So let's get started on this project. So with the pen, the first thing you want to do is disassemble the pen. Remember I told you these pens are refillable? That's because, see, this is you can buy a refill, pop a new one in, and guess what? You can still use your custom pen. So I usually take everything out and throw it into my little coffee mug, so that I'll know where it's at once we go through the whole process. Okay, what I do is I take this part of the pen and I push it up like that. And I get these wire cutters and I get right up under that pen and clamp it down right up and twist. Comes right off, okay? Now I don't know where it went, but I'll get it later. So we're done with that. So then I take my X-Acto knife, and it usually be just a little stump. You want to just go ahead and get that off. I don't put my finger down there because I don't want to mess around and cut my finger. So I just, a couple of swipes and it's gone. It still got a little hump to it, but I'm not worried about it because I'm gonna take it off with the sandpaper. So I got this little sandpaper. It comes in a pack for the Dollar Tree for $1. Like, I don't know, I bought it maybe like 6 months ago. I still got a bunch of sandpaper. I usually just fold it up, and you wanna sand your pen because you want the epoxy to stick to the pen. And while I'm sanding it, I sand down that little hump, make that nice and smooth. You can, while you guys watching me sand, see, it's just that easy. Get that pen all scuffed up, all sand up. Make sure that that's nice and smooth like it should be. And we ready for next stage. Okay, what I do after I get the pen all scuffed up is I take a paper towel and some alcohol, and I clean up the pen. One of the things I like about shooting videos is because I like to show everybody exactly what to do. I hate leaving stuff out. So if the video count a little long, sorry about that. I just want to make sure that if you don't know how, or you never have done the pens, you know every step on how to do it, okay? At any point, if it's something that you already knew, just fast forward. Some stuff I do off camera, but it's because I already showed you guys how to do it. So the next step is you want to take this Vaseline and you want to put it on your pen. You can grab you some Vaseline right at the Dollar Tree. I got this at my job, renewgoo.com. Make sure you check out their website. I got it from their discount store over in Fort Lauderdale for like 25 cents. So I didn't have to go to the Dollar Tree for this. You want to get that pen, the Vaseline on that pen, because what's going to happen is that'll keep the epoxy from making your pen stick to the pencil. So that's the reason why we're using Vaseline to keep the pen from sticking to the pencil. So once you get this sand and onto the pencil or dial or stick or whatever you're using to hold your pen, you want to take it outside and spray paint it. You want to try to spray paint it the color that you want your glitter, or close to the glitter color. Now I already spray painted this pen so that we wouldn't have to stop and wait with this video. I didn't have this exact blue glitter, but I am using turquoise and a darker blue glitter, but I still painted the pen. Now if you don't have no spray paint, don't worry, you can still do this pen. Once you glitter the pen, if the pen you still see black showing through the glitter, you just want to do step 1, which is put the epoxy on and put the glitter on again until you don't see the black. And we're finna show you how to do that step right now. Now, when I glittered this particular pen right here, I did a 2-tone glitter. I did the bottom part in purple and the bottom part in silver. Now, the Paper Mate pen, as you can see, my top part right here is pink. The Paper Mate pens actually come in black, pink, and blue. So I actually did a blue pen, a black pen, and then the pink one. So I did have a chance to get some of the other colors, but it do come in black, blue, and pink. So this pen I think was already blue, but I still spray painted it blue. So once you get it spray painted, let it dry. I had this little old paintbrush I had just tucked away in my crafting closet. Most people just get a box and stick some holes in it, but you can just stick your pen in it and let it dry after you paint it. I just found this and I used this, and it worked fine for when my pens are just air drying. So you want to put your gloves on. I already done pre-mixed 3 grams of epoxy. Now, if you don't know how to mix epoxy, you might want to watch my video from last week. I'll leave a link in the description on how to mix and use epoxy. I did do a video on it, the safety of it, how to use it. So make sure you go back and watch that video. So like I said, I already mixed 3 grams of epoxy. And so what you want to do, you can use gloves, you can use finger cuts if you want to. I just always use gloves. I ordered something and they gave me free finger cuts, so they just there. So what you want to do is you want to stick your finger inside your epoxy, and you want to get it all over the pen. Now I always start from the middle of the pen and work it around, because when I first did this project, I actually got, excuse me, too much epoxy in the top part of the pen, and I had to scrape it out in order to get the pieces back into the pen right. So just be careful when you putting the epoxy on the pen that you don't get too much in the top of your pen, because if you do, you have to take your X-Acto knife at the end and just scrape the epoxy out. Some people stick tape or a cotton ball or a Q-tip in the top of theirs. I actually meant to do that this time, but forgot to bring the Q-tips over to the table. So but I would definitely try to stick something in there. What I usually do, since once I rub some epoxy off, and this is how epoxy gets in the inside, because I want my glitter to be definitely on top of all the way around the pen. So I'm just using this stick that I already got, just to try to make sure I don't get too much epoxy inside the pen. So once you get the epoxy all over the pen, now you can do, let me take my glove off. I don't need this glove on right now. You can do your pen in one color glitter, but I like to do two colors. So if you're gonna do one color, you just sprinkle it all around with one color. But if you're gonna do two colors, do half and half. So what I usually have is 2 sheets of piece of paper, so I can dump the glitter that I don't use back into its container. So you basically wanna just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, however far you want the first coat, the first color rather, to go. About halfway there, just like that. And then I take this piece of paper so that I can keep rolling, and I glitter the second half of the pen. And there you go. That's my first layer of glitter. Now, if you work with epoxy before, you know epoxy have to cure. So I'm finna run over, because I don't have my single cup turner anymore. I took that mold and put it onto my 4-cup turner. I'm gonna stick this on the turner right quick, and I'll be right back before we can go to the next step. Okay, now that we have that pen turning on the tumbler, and if you want to see how the pen turns on the tumbler, you can always, inside my Facebook group, I have a video on the pen turning on the 4-cup turner. The 4-cup turner, I'll build it inside my closet. But again, make sure you join me next week while we do a single cup turner, because I realize for this purposes, for my videos, I'm definitely going to need a single cup turner. So once you have glittered your pen, we're not gonna wait 8 to 12 hours for that pen to come out. We're gonna keep right on. This is what your pen is gonna look like. Okay, now if you didn't spray paint your pen and you just did the glitter in black, if you still see glitter in black, then what you want to do is follow that step again. Stick your finger in some epoxy the pen again, and re-glitter right on top of the same color. And the second coat usually will take the lightness out. Now with this pen right here, I forgot what color I sprayed. I think I might have spray painted it burgundy. I actually did have to do 2 coats on it, because the gold right here, I could still had seen some of the burgundy spray paint seeing through it, so I actually did it twice. So this is pen done been glittered twice and done turned on the cup tumbler twice. Okay, so now we want to you at this point, you can go ahead and apply your decal. My decal I have right here. If when you apply, and basically you just lay it on the pen, some people use now I did do a pen when I did the decal, it was lifting. So I'm thinking when I glittered it, I didn't have enough epoxy on it. And so what I ended up doing was having to do a layer of epoxy by itself after the glitter. And then put my decal on, which is, I think I'm gonna have to do this one. I'm not gonna be able to apply the decal now. So after you get the 2 coats of glitter on, what you wanna do next is, you wanna put a clear coat of epoxy on there. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna take this decal off because it's not gonna stay. And with crafting, sometimes these things happen. I'm thinking I was meaning to go ahead and actually put a clear coat on here and probably just forgot. But after you do 2 coats of glitter, definitely put a clear coat of epoxy on yours. Because I definitely had to do it with this pen, because when I laid my name on the glitter without putting that clear coat on there by itself, it didn't stick. But once I did put the clear coat on it and let it spin for 6 to 8 hours, I actually was able to put my decal on. So basically, once you do the 2 layers, 1 or 2 layers of glitter, and I'm gonna use a finger card for this time, you can just put a single clear, no glitter, just a single layer of epoxy. That way, you won't have that. You can go ahead and apply your decal with no problem. So I got the clear coat of that. So once this spin for 6 hours, in the morning I can go ahead and actually apply my decal. If it can be saved, if not, I just reprint it. Make sure you got it evenly all over the pen. I might have to get me some of these finger cuts for this project, because this actually came in handy. Okay. I always just make sure I don't have too much epoxy in the inside. And so now that pen is ready to go on the turner. Put it on the turner after this video. Okay, so once you get 2 coats of glitter and 1 coat of epoxy by itself, then you'll be ready to add your decal. When you add your decal onto your, let it spin for 6 to 8 hours. Take it off the turner, put your decal on, and then put 1 more clear coat. Repeat that step again. 1 more clear coat to seal your name on it. Now, this is where I be telling people to make sure that they keep a mold near them when you're dealing with epoxy. So I'm actually going to, when I make my pens, I always make a keychain to match. And so I do the keychains in 2 tones. So with this leftover epoxy right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue in. And I'm only gonna fill the mold up halfway. So this is like a two-in-one video, you guys. And I'm gonna show you guys why. Mix that glitter in. And I'm going to make this, in case you don't know how to pour into a mold, let me just slide this over so you guys can get I'll look at it. What I'm doing. There we go. I wanted the B. Okay, found the B. This is where you don't let no epoxy go to waste. Oh, shoot. I just let a drop go to waste. Not for real. I really love this alphabet mold. Because who don't like a keychain with their initial on it? Now, the leftover epoxy is not going to fill this here whole mold. But I'm finna show you guys why you should not be throwing your epoxy away, especially when you're doing these keychains. So just bear with me on this part. And you're going to be really happy about what I'm about to show you guys. Okay, even though that didn't fill all the way out, I don't worry about it. When I come with the next leftover epoxy, it'll get it all the way. So, I'm going to pop this aura out. Because remember, my pen is purple and silver. Okay? So, because when I made this pen, this custom pen that say Regina, I also got me a keychain that I can make now that's silver and purple to match the pen. So this is, if you made it to the end of this video, oh, I hope you guys can see that. That is so pretty together. So pretty. If you guys made it to the end of this video, this is a tip. If you decide to sell these pens, guess what? And you use the leftover epoxy to make things like a keychain, you can either surprise your customer with a keychain that was made with leftover epoxy, or you can sell a keychain pen set. You got your name on it, you got your keychain letter. I do have the things, the driller, little hole and everything in for the keychain. It's nice and thick. So your customers could get a custom pen and a letter. So when I will be selling these, if you know somebody who want a pen and you're in my Facebook group, this set will be $15. So there you go. There you go. I want to thank everybody for watching this video today. Oh my God, this purple looks so good. I can't wait to see this video. I hope that it really gave that purple glitter justice, because sometimes on camera it doesn't really show as good as it look in person. But this is just so pretty. This is really pretty. This is super pretty. That is nice. Okay, almost admire this off the camera. But I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Thank y'all for being a part of Regina's Crazy Life YouTube channel. Thank you for being a part of my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, make sure you hit that link and become a member of my Facebook group. And if you're not a member of my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching another one of my videos. And don't forget, I will see you guys next week when we make a single cup turner. And if you're not in my group, here's a tip that I'm finna give you guys to make you might want to jump in that group. I just recently got the chessboard and the checkerboard molds. So this week, I will be posting work in progress pictures as I do my first. I'm gonna do checkers first. I'm gonna do my first checkerboard, and you're gonna really love this checkerboard because it's gonna be something different. I'm putting a twist onto this checkerboard. So only people that will be able to see what I'm talking about is people that's a part of my Facebook group, Side Hustle Queen, Crafting and Vacationing. That link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching another one of my videos, and see you guys next Sunday.